Meet this incredible woman named Adel Leunghk. She is a vivid example of how worthy you can look in old age. Why? Because she recently turned 75. Despite her advanced age, she continues to lead an active lifestyle and inspires millions of people around the world with her example. But that wasn't always the case. She started her journey at the age of 50 when she felt that her body was weakening, her immune system and health were deteriorating, and she had no strength left even for the most ordinary household chores. At that moment, she made an important decision in her life and began her journey of a healthy lifestyle. Today, after years of daily self-improvement, she looks and feels like she's no more than 40 years old. But how did she manage to achieve such incredible results? In this video, I will tell you in detail about all the secrets of this gorgeous woman's youth, thanks to which, even at the age of 75, she manages to remain so healthy and energetic. Watch this video to the end. It will be very interesting and useful. So, let's get started. The first and most important principle is to focus on grooming, not youth. This is the foundation on which everything else is built. When a person strives to look younger, he begins to copy the behavior and appearance of younger people. Bright trends, aggressive makeup, attempts to bring back the past. But there is a contradiction here. The body and the face have already changed, and the image is trying to ignore it. The result is not rejuvenation, but the exact opposite effect. Adele acts differently. She's not trying to race age. It improves grooming. Clean skin, neat appearance, attention to detail. This creates a feeling of health, and our brain perceives health as youth. We don't read the age directly, we read the condition. The next principle is body control without extreme fitness. This is something that many underestimate. Adele doesn't look exhausted from training. She doesn't have an aggressive athletic form. She looks alive, mobile, and natural, and this is not accidental. With age, the body copes with stress worse. Strict diets, excessive exercise, constant restrictions, all this increases cortisol levels, and cortisol is directly related to aging. It destroys collagen, worsens skin condition, affects sleep and general well-being. Instead, a different model works: regular moderate activity. A movement that supports the body rather than breaks it. It can be walking, stretching, light workouts. The main goal is to maintain mobility and tone, not to achieve the ideal. This approach gives a more stable result. The body remains functional, the skin is firmer, and the energy is at a high level. Youth here is manifested not in the external form, but in the ability to move easily and freely. Now we turn to the most underestimated factor, psychology. Adele has no struggle with age. There is no feeling that something needs to be fixed urgently. There is acceptance and peace. It seems abstract, but it has a direct impact on appearance. Constant dissatisfaction with oneself is a chronic stress, and chronic stress triggers inflammatory processes in the body, accelerates the destruction of tissues, and worsens the condition of the skin. When a person accepts himself, the level of internal tension decreases, the face becomes more relaxed, the facial expressions become softer, the gaze becomes calmer. This changes not only the perception from the outside, but also the actual physiological processes in the body. Confidence is not just a psychological state. This is a factor that directly affects the appearance. A calm face, straight posture, natural movements, all this makes a person visually younger. Next comes the base, without which none of the principles works: skincare. But what matters here is not the amount of funds, but the regularity. Daily use of SPF, constant hydration, and a competent approach to cosmetology. The sun is the main factor of skin aging. Ultraviolet light destroys collagen, causes pigmentation, and reduces elasticity. This is a process that occurs unnoticeably, but gives a cumulative effect. That is why sun protection is not a recommendation, but a necessity. Hydration also plays a key role. When the skin is well hydrated, it reflects light better, looks denser and smoother. This creates a freshness effect that is directly related to the perception of youth. Cosmetic procedures can enhance this effect, but they only work in the system. Without basic care, they do not produce sustainable results. And finally, one of the most underrated elements is hair. At Adel, they look natural, well-groomed, and softly styled. It's not just aesthetics, it's an important factor in age perception. The hair forms the frame of the face. If they are damaged, dull, or overloaded with complex styling, it immediately adds age. The naturalness and health of the hair create a feeling of lightness and freshness. Soft lines in the hairstyle help smooth out age-related changes. They don't emphasize them, but rather make them less noticeable. It is a subtle but very effective tool. If you put it all together, it becomes clear. There is not one secret here. There is no magic bullet or a single rule. There is a system that works at all levels. Focus on grooming instead of chasing youth. Simplicity instead of overload. Movement instead of exhaustion. Acceptance instead of stress. Systematic care instead of chaos. And the most important point is not about appearance as a goal. It's about the body's condition and lifestyle in general. Because real youth is not the absence of wrinkles. These are energy, health, stability, and inner peace. And if you look at it honestly, it becomes obvious that most people age not because of age, but because of accumulated mistakes, improper care, constant stress, overload, lack of a system. The good news is that this can be changed, not in one day and not with the help of one solution, but through the gradual implementation of the right principles. And perhaps the main conclusion here is that looking younger does not mean fighting age. That means stop speeding it up. Friends, what do you think of this woman? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with those who might find it particularly useful.